onto the field this afternoon and gather at home plate. That's John and Kitty Growth. You know who you are. Hey, good afternoon, Chinook fans, and today the Chinooks family is taking time to thank John and Kitty Growth for their years of service to Chinook baseball in the Chugiak Eagle River community. The Growths have been a part of the team since the first year Athletes in Action moved the team down from Fairbanks in 2012. John had just won a college national championship as head coach of the Tyler, Texas Junior College team. He stepped down as head coach because he felt the Lord was leading him in a new direction. And that direction ended up being as head coach of the newly formed Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. Each summer, John and his wife Kitty, and sometimes even some of their 6 children, ventured to Alaska to coach and help run the team. The Growths came to Chugiak Eagle River every summer from 2012 until 2022, except for that one season in which a health concern had John in a coma for 3 weeks, a minor inconvenience. The Growths' dedication to ministering to young men and the Chugiak Eagle River community brought them back the next season, with John coaching the team on the field and Kitty working to keep everything running behind the scenes. In 2023, John moved from head coach to co-general manager and play-by-play broadcaster, but he still made time to participate in the daily discipleship groups and even throwing batting practice as he did just yesterday. Following tonight's game, John and Kitty will leave for Xenia, Ohio, where they will assist in running another Athletes in Action baseball team, the Xenia Scouts. The Chinooks' loss is the Scouts' game, but the mission remains, spreading the gospel to young men through baseball. Joining the Growths on the field today are Gary and Jeannie Rainey, Tim and Chris Bardo, Jamie Allard, Al and Jackie Clemens, and Tim and Casey Cole. Gary and Jeannie Rainey hosted the Growths in their homes every summer since 2012, developing a bond of faith and lifelong friendships. We want to thank Gary and Jeannie for their hospitality and their generosity. Tim and Chris Bardo are former Booster Club board members who have built a close bond with the Growths. As is her Hawaiian custom, Mrs. Bardo would like to present handmade leis to John and Kitty. Tim will now present on behalf of the Booster Club and all Chinook fans a plaque to commemorate the Growths' tenure here in Alaska. It is in the shape of a Chinooks mascot, we're talking Slam and Sammy, and includes the Athletes in Action logo. The inscription reads, "To John and Kitty Growth, thank you for your selfless dedication to AIA Chinooks baseball and the Chugiak Eagle River community 2012 to 2024. Come, follow me," Jesus said, "and I will make you fishers of men." Matthew 4:19. Is Jamie Allard in the house with us today? Okay. We will read the proclamation of honorary scholarship to the Growths. John and Kitty Growth have made Eagle River their summer home since 2012, when John was chosen to serve as head coach of the Chinooks summer college baseball team. Having played for Athletes in Action himself in the 80s, John wanted to provide young men in the same life-changing spiritual opportunities he experienced. That 2012 season turned into an annual trip from Tyler, Texas to Alaska for the Growth family. In the early years, that included some of John and Kitty's 6 children. While John coached the Chinooks and helped minister to young athletes, Kitty helped with everything and anything else needed to run the team, including ballpark preparations, making sure there was always food for the players, speaking during team discipleship meetings, and of course, running the Chinooks merchandise tent. John and Kitty Growth adopted Alaska as their second home, and in turn, the Eagle River community welcomed them, especially Gary and Jeannie Rainey, who hosted them at their Chugiak home every summer. Thank you, Growth family, for your dedication to the spiritual growth of young men and your service to our community. You are honorary citizens of Eagle River. And our thanks to Representative Allard. Al and Jackie Clements have been volunteers since the Chinooks came into existence. They help run the Chinook Shack, and Al is in his second year as Booster Club president. Al was also the team photographer for many years and will present the Growths with a commemorative photo. Tim and Casey Cole are full-time staff members with the Chinooks parent organization, Athletes in Action. Tim, other Tim as he is known, so as not to confuse him with Tim Pardo, is the current head coach and co-general manager of the Chinooks, as well as director of AIA Baseball. Casey helps other Tim with the behind-the-scenes running of the program and works with Kitty in the Spirit Wear Shop. Casey would like to present Kitty with a personal gift in appreciation of Kitty's mentoring and friendship. John and Kitty Growth, thank you for sacrificing your summers for Chinooks baseball and to minister to young men. You will be missed, but we know you will continue to do the Lord's work. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our farewell ceremony for the Growths, but we would like the presentation party to stay at home plate for some special photos, after which we will resume with our usual pre-game program. And thank you for not crying, because as you know, there's no crying in baseball. Thank you, Cross.
All right. Well, that was quite the ceremony, and Kitty and I are so honored and privileged to be a part of this community.
Baseball fans, and welcome to Lee Jordan
There's no
Field
crying in
at the
baseball
High
yet,
Holloway
but
from
I'm telling you, I'm going to have a hard time going through 2 hours of broadcasting, thinking of 12 years of investing in players and people and getting to know so many great people here in the Chugach River area. So our last day here in Alaska, and we're looking forward to going out with a bang here with a ball game. And it's not the best of weather today. We got sprinkles and 63 degrees, and it's the minors that have come to town to play the Chinooks. And so let's walk you through the starting lineup for the Matsu Miners. Well, actually, I'm just going to turn it over to Dave Stroh and let him tell you. He's calling out the lineup right now. We'll take a break and be back in a minute.
And number 22, the pitcher, Tucker Timmerman. The Miners head coach, last year's 2023 ABL Coach of the Year, Tyler LeBrun. The assistant coaches, the Tampa Bay Rays, Ronnie Deck. The West Virginia Black Bears, Tyler Bassetti. And the Toronto Blue Jays, Steve Hecker. The play-by-play announcers, as heard on Matsu Miners Baseball on YouTube, Charlie Fellows and Dylan Simmons. Now, the starting lineup for your hometown athletes in action, Chugach Eagle River Chinooks. Number 25, the designated hitter, Kate Smith. Number 15, the center fielder, Jaden Hill. Number 12, the third baseman, Jordan Jaffe. Number 16, the second baseman, Louis Zulaika. Number 32, the first baseman, Jacob Hayes. Number 9, the shortstop, Oliver DeGenhardt. Number 23, the left fielder, Keaton Ladley. Number 22, the right fielder, Sam Kwapanoski. Number 4, the catcher, Dustin Anengel. Number 20, the pitcher, John Green. The Chinooks head coach and GM, the closer for the Derby Twins, Tim Cole. The assistant coaches, athletes in action, Tim McGovern. And the West Michigan Whitecaps, Kyle Peets. And our play-by-play announcer and general manager, as heard today on the Chinooks Network on YouTube, a member of the University of New Orleans Athletic Hall of Fame, John Grove. Now joining us on the field is Al Clemens, the Chinooks president of the Booster Club.
Welcome, fans. Appreciate the gift of your presence today. If you will please stand and remove your headgear for the presentation of the national anthem. Joining us today to sing our national anthem, please welcome to Lee Jordan Field, Benjamin Bryant.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well done, Benjamin. Now, fans, I'd like you to invite you to watch the field over by the Chinooks dugout. Our first pitch performer will be walking out to the mound. Please welcome Warren Ulrich. Today, Warren is going to show you his famous pitch, the goofball. Okay, Warren, when you are ready. Well done, Warren, well done. As Warren walks back to the dugout to get the ceremonial picture, we have a guest this afternoon. He's an 8-year-old kid with 21 years experience. He has a special message to share with you today. Mr. John Campbell. Play ball! Thank you, John. All right, let's play Chinooks baseball.
All right, pregame festivities well underway here as John Green takes his warm-up tosses. Let's walk you through the lineup for the Mat-Su Miners. They're 7-8 as we come into this ball game. They're led by sixth-year head coach Tyler LeBrun, and I actually interviewed Tyler a little while ago before the ball game. And so we'll play that interview in the first couple innings, as I also talked to Tim Cole today. He's assisted by Steve Hecker and Ronnie Deck. Here's their lineup. Leading off is the center fielder, Drake Kerr. Batting second, shortstop, Dom Patrizzi. Batting third, left fielder, Kyle McCausland. Batting cleanup is the first baseman, Christian Perez. Batting fifth is the designated hitter, Braden Duran. Batting sixth is the third baseman, Chase Wilcox. Batting seventh, the catcher, Logan Vaughn. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Kellen Strohmeyer. And batting ninth for the Miners, second baseman, Ryan Richard. On the mound for the Miners, Tucker Timmerman. Defensively for the Chinooks, Keaton Laidley is in left field, Jaden Hill in center, Sam Kwapnowski in right field. Around the infield, Jordan Jaffe at third, Oliver Dagenhart at short, Louis Zulaika at second, Jacob Hayes at first, Dustin Eisenagel behind the plate, and on the mound, 6 foot 185, a right-handed freshman from Grace Christian University. He is a native of Grand Rapids, Michigan, John Green. John Green is 0-0 with a 5.40 ERA so far this summer. This will be John's third appearance and his first start as a Chinook pitcher. 1 2/3 innings for John, 3 strikeouts, 4 walks. Opposing hitters hitting 167 off the freshman from Grand Rapids, Michigan, John Green.
We love soggy.
Well, my son Joshua has put a note out there, and if my granddaughters are watching, Nora and Abby, Papa says hello from Alaska. And I hope you're still watching, maybe not, but if you are, Papa loves you and miss you guys greatly. And appreciate the note from my son Joshua. So also appreciate the kind remarks from Greg. And certainly that pregame ceremony was something we'll remember for an awful long time. Little sprinkle today, 63 degrees, 64% humidity, west wind 3 to 7. That flag's blowing straight down as we start this ball game. Leading off for the Miners is the center fielder, Drake Kerr. Going to show bunt, pull back, called a strike. And we're underway at 2:05. And just a few minutes late. A little chill in the air. A little sprinkle in the air, but certainly these players moving around, they'll be fine. So they had the fans had to kind of soggy bleachers today because we've had a light sprinkle for about an hour. We came out and hit batting practice without a problem, but just going to probably have sprinkles on and off all afternoon. This is Alaska weather as I know it. I'll tell you, in the summertime, we've had really nice weather the last 2 weeks as John Green misses on a high, looked like a slider, cut fastball. 2-1. Nobody on, nobody out, just underway here at Lee Jordan Field. Right-hander from Grace Christian University, John Green. The 2-1. And Kerr just gets a piece of it. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. You got the Miners in their camo tops today, white pants, and they got the yellow paneled ball caps with the forest green bill and backing as Green misses on a curveball outside, full count. Chinooks with their red tops, 2 balls, 2 strikes. All right, the scoreboard's a little bit off. 2 balls, 2 strikes, says Mr. Umpire. By the way, we'll give you their names here in a moment. Just got those from Dave Stroh. 3-2 pitch, grounder up the middle. And this is Oliver Dagenhart, crosses body, threw it away. And that might be a factor today. That's going to be an error. And so E6 will put Kerr aboard. There goes the perfect game. And now stepping in is Dom Patrizzi. Don Patrizzi is among the league leaders in hitting right now.
Batting for the Miners, number 1, Dom Patrizzi.
And actually, he's among the league leaders in RBI. 15 games played. He's got 10 driven in, and that leads the league. Oliver Dagenhart is third with 8. So we got a Chinook that's among the leaders in the RBI, and we got a Miner that's a leader. First pitch is in there, strike 1. So, and Mr. Kerr is leading the ABL in stolen bases. He's got 9 so far, so he's probably a threat to go here. There's the bunt, and is it going to stay fair? Let it roll, and golly, it just rolled foul. Jordan Jaffe had no choice. By the time he could have made the play, it would have been a single, so he just figured he might as well let it roll, and thankfully it went foul. And the Chinooks now with an 0-2 count on the 2-hitter, Dom Patrizzi, the shortstop. Next pitch from John Green. There goes the runner, fouled off, and we'll do it again. As you might expect, the guy who's leading the ABL in steals is going to try to steal here with a 2-strike count. Well, I'm thinking we've played the Miners twice, and we have. Once here and once up there. And so I think we split, and both times the visiting team has won. The Miners won down here, and we defeated the Miners in Matsu in a pitcher's duel. And I'll have to look at the schedule. I don't quite remember what the score of our game was up when it was here. It was 8-1. That was actually our very first game this summer. The first game got rained out on the schedule, so the Miners came down on that Thursday, June 6th, and it was an 8-1 Miner victory. Well, the Chinooks returned the favor up in Matsu a couple days ago. On the 26th. No, that's not right. Where's the Miner game? It was the 26th. I'm not sure why that score's not showing, but there goes the runner. Throw to second and can't make the play. Throw hops into center field. It'll be a stolen base. That's a league leading number 10 for Dre Kerr. And he'll be at second. You still got nobody out. And I think, is it 2-2? It's either 1-2 or 2-2. I don't know what that pitcher's, I had to be a ball, I think, didn't it? Was it 0-2 on the pitch? Okay. All right, well, looks like something's amiss on our schedule there. See what the Miners looks like. Green checking the runner. Next pitch, got him. Big curveball. And Patrizzi waves through it for strike 3. First strikeout of the day for John Green. There's 1 out. Now it's Kyle McCausland, the left fielder for the Miners. First time through.
Coming to the plate for the Miners, number 30, Kyle McCausland.
Yeah, I thought so. It was a 1-0 final. Pitchers duel up at Matsu on Wednesday the 26th. I'm not sure why on our schedule it doesn't show that, but on their schedule it does show. So we've returned the favor to each other. Ground ball. This is Jaffe at third. Picks it, throws it, got him. So 5-3 if you're scoring at the house. 2 outs. And here's the cleanup hitter, Christian Perez, for the first time today.
Now batting for the Miners, number 29, Christian Perez.
Christian Perez, a sophomore, 6'2", 220, from Phoenix, Arizona. He goes to Grand Canyon University. First pitch from Green, way inside, ball 1. Well, John Green, I think his idol is Mark Fidrich, the bird. So I think he's done a little research on the bird, and he's got a handful of idiosyncrasies like the bird. Does a lot of talking to himself while he's throwing. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. ball, 1 strike, just underway here. Top of the first inning on a bit of a soggy Sunday afternoon. 2 o'clock start here. We've got just 2 Sunday home games this summer. It's today and then 3 weeks from today on the 21st of July. That'll be the other Sunday start here, 2 o'clock. Big breaking ball. Boy, that thing just fell off the table. Good change of pace by Green, and it's 1-2. 1 pitch away from putting a 0 on the board here in the first inning. John Green's 3rd appearance of the summer, but his first start as a Chinook. That was almost a balk. Swing and a miss. No, it just got a piece of it. So we'll do it again with a 1-2 count. You can see those clouds hanging about Bear Mountain out there behind right center field. And those aren't going anywhere fast. So those kind of days, it's just going to be a little bit soggy. Squeeze out a sprinkle or 2 from time to time. The 1-2 pitch, that's going to miss high and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, for the stretch of weather we've had in the last 2 weeks, we actually need a little moisture. But it's awful nice to see the sunshine. We've had middle 60s to 70 for 2 weeks. That ball's in the dirt, gets away from Eisenagel. It's a wild pitch that's going to move Kerr over to third base. So now you got a runner at third with 2 outs. And is it full? Is that what we got? Full count? All right, so 3-2 on the left-handed batting first baseman, Christian Perez. Braden Duran, the DH, waits on deck and would be next. Pretty good lead over there. There you go. There's the bird. There is the Mark Bird Fidrich in John Green. He ran halfway to third base. And Jaffe's the third baseman for the Chinooks. He's trying to calm down John, saying, okay, I got it. I'll cover third. If he gets too far off, we'll pick him off. Here's the next payoff, and he missed it. It's a walk. That really doesn't hurt you one way or another if you're a Chinook. And that'll be the first free pass issued by John Green today. And you got first and third 2 outs. And stepping in now is the designated hitter, Brandon Duran. So Duran will get his first plate appearance of the afternoon with a chance to give the Miners the lead here, first and third. Leadoff hitter Dre Kerr at third base. Cleanup hitter Christian Perez at first. First pitch hammered into left, base hit. Miners lead 1-0. So that'll be an RBI single for Duran. And that's an unearned run. If you get that first play of the inning behind you, it's a 1-2-3 first. But everything from here out will be unearned. So now you got the third baseman, Chase Wilcox, stepping in. First and second, 2 outs. So the Miners strike first here in taking a 1-0 lead. Next pitch fouled off, and it's 0-1. Came in hard with the fastball. I was talking to Tyler LeBrun before the game, and you'll hear what he has to say. Feels like the pitching in the ABL is a notch above where it's been the last few years. And as a result, the batting averages are down. That ball is pretty well hit and into center field, but running it down is Jaden Hill. That ball was hit on the screws. L8 by Wilcox. The Miners get 1 run on 1 hit. They'll leave 2 guys on. And after 1/2 inning, it's Matsu 1 and the Chinooks coming to the plate. Welcome back to Chugiak, Alaska. Dr. John Groth with you on the play-by-play. One last time here on a Sunday afternoon. The Miners take a 1-0 lead. Here's the lineup for the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. And Tim Cole in his second year, he's assisted by pitching coach Kyle Peets and associate head coach Colonel Ted McGovern. Leading off for the Chinooks will be designated hitter Cade Smith. Batting second, center fielder Jaden Hill. The third baseman, Jordan Jaffe, will bat third. Second baseman, Louis Zulaika, will bat cleanup. The first baseman, Jacob Hayes, will bat fifth. Batting sixth is the shortstop, Oliver Dagenhart. Batting seventh, left fielder Keaton Laidley. Batting eighth is the right fielder, Sam Kwapnowski. Batting ninth for the Chinooks, the catcher, Dustin Eisenagel. Defensively for the Miners, Kyle McCausland in left, Dre Kerr in center, Kellen Strohmeyer in right field. Around the infield, it's Chase Wilcox at third, Dom Patrizi at short, Ryan Richard at second base, Christian Perez at first, Logan Vaughn behind the plate, and on the mound, 6'3", 220, a right-handed freshman from the University of Nebraska, Tucker Timmerman. Tucker Timmerman is 1-0 in ABL play this summer with a 1.29 ERA. This will be Tucker's fourth appearance and his second start for the Miners. 7 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts, just 1 walk. Opposing hitters hitting .250 off the freshman from Beatrice, Nebraska, Tucker Timmerman. And stepping in for the Chinooks, designated hitter Cade Smith.
Coming to the plate for your Chinooks, number 25, Cade Smith.
Tucker Timmerman, the big right-hander, 6'3", 220. And first pitch swinging right up the middle, base hit. And there goes the no-hitter. So we won't have a perfect game today. We won't have a no-hitter. Now it's Jaden Hill. Switch hitting center fielder. He'll hit from the left side against the right-handed Timmerman. And the Nooks come right back, get their leadoff runner aboard. Miners scored 1 run in their half of the first inning. And you can see we just got a little bit of a sprinkle going. And look out, we don't need that. The ball's just to our left under our camera. No balls, 1 strike to Jaden Hill. Timmerman the set, the kick, the pitch. Got jammed, shallow center field. Dre Kerr, easy play, 1 out. Didn't quite get the barrel on that one. And an easy fly out to center. Now it's Jordan Jaffe, the third baseman.
Now batting for the Chinooks, number 12, Jordan Jaffe.
Timmerman the set and the pitch. Timmerman taking his time, the kick, the pitch, check swing, right side of the infield. Tough play here. You throw to second, throw it away. Ball gets away, Smith over to third. And that'll be an error. Who threw that ball? Was it the first baseman, right? It was the pitcher?
Brought to you by the Painting Shack, putting a new smile on your old house.
So that's going to be an E1.
For the Chinooks, number 16.
And Cade Smith goes to third base. And Jaffe is at first base. So you got runners in the corners with nobody out, or 1 out, excuse me. And here's Louis Zulaika. Well, yeah, Dave, or Greg rather, I remember when Super Dave started as a PA man. What a great job he does in setting the tone and the environment out here at Lee Jordan Field. And, of course, a longtime anchor man down at the main news station in Alaska, down in Anchorage, Dave Stroh. He's also the continuing MC of the Iditarod. Longtime MC of that event. One of the biggest events in sports in Alaska every year. And Dave the MC of that event. So I do remember, we've talked about it a number of times, and he has really learned about how to really be a part of the game day experience here at Lee Jordan Field. So we're so thankful for Dave Stroh and what he's given the Chinooks over the years. And he continues to really set a great environment for our ball games, for our players, our fans. So we're really thankful for Super Dave. And Miss Solway checking in. Appreciate that. Chinooks got something brewing here in the first inning. First and third, only one out, but an 0-2 count on the second baseman, Louis Zuleika. Here's the next pitch. Well, he slaps it foul down the right field side, and we'll do it again. Looked like a fastball away and close enough to take a whack at. And Miners in the first base dugout here, as all the visitors are, and that ball went all the way down to the bullpen. Bullpens are in live ball area here at Lee Jordan. And they really aren't that far. They're probably less than 10 feet, maybe 5 feet from the foul line. Swing and a miss. Looks like a changeup that he really did a nice job with. And so that'll be the first strikeout recorded by Tucker Timmerman. And there's 2 outs.
Coming to the plate for the Chinooks.
Now it's Jacob Hayes.
Number 32, Jacob Hayes.
Well, see if Jacob can get a 2-out base hit here, tie this game, and keep this thing rolling for the Nooks. 1-0 Miners, bottom of the first inning. Timmerman, first pitch misses inside, ball 1. Tucker Timmerman, 6'3", 220, a freshman from the University of Nebraska. He's had a pretty good start to the summer here, 1-0 with a 1.29 ERA. It's his 4th appearance for the Miners, just his 2nd start. And the numbers on the strikeout walks are really impressive. 7 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts in 7 innings, and just 1 free pass. Chopper foul, third base side. We do have the red tent man has returned to the hill here at Lee Jordan. That guy is a staple out there. I interviewed him last year. I went out there and interviewed him before the game. And he's actually from the Valley, but he prefers to come in and high pop-up right side, and this should do it. Easy play for the second baseman, and that's Ryan Richard squeezing that one for out number 3. F4 if you're scoring at the house. The Nooks get 1, or actually they get no runs on 1 hit, and they leave 2 guys on base. And we're headed to inning number 2 on a soggy Sunday. The score, Miners 1, Chinooks 0. Back in just a minute. Well, I think it is Mark Corbin on the hill. My apologies. All dry, no bugs. All right, thanks for the update. Well, we're glad you're back. And you, the other night it looked like you were kind of down by the bullpen area. And looks like you've got, boy, I loved interviewing you. I guess it was last summer I ran up there and got an interview. First pitch swung on, fouled toward the minor dugout, strike one. It's 7, 8, and 9. Logan Vaughn, the catcher, to lead it off for Mat-Su. And we're going to play those pregame interviews with the two head coaches here coming up in the next few innings, so keep an eye out for that. But anyways, glad to hear there's no bugs up there. And it looks like you got a couple of, maybe one or two others with you today, so our best wishes, and we love having you up there. Last time I came and interviewed you, you had a game going on the radio. I think maybe a Mariner game was going on, and you were listening to it. Our game had not started yet. I went up there just before our game started to get a little quick interview with you. So stay dry up there, and I'm glad to hear there's no bugs. Look out, Dustin Eisenagel barely got the glove on that ball. That was headed our way. 1 ball, 1 strike to catcher Logan Vaughn. John Green threw 22 pitches in his first inning. Next pitch, just off the plate, and it's 2-1. Well, on a dark day like today, you can see the scoreboard without a problem. You know, that's maybe the benefit of having a cloudy day. When it's really sunny out here, it can be a challenge to see those numbers. Next pitch from Green, that's outside, 3-1. Well, you don't need to issue free passes here. You're down 1-0 here in the top of the second inning. Logan Vaughn is the catcher for the Miners. Next pitch, and there's ball 4. Logan Vaughn, 6'1", 205. He is from Kawada, Oklahoma, an A&M Corpus Christi player. And that'll be the second walk issued by John Green. Runner at first, nobody out, and now the right fielder, Kellen Strohmeyer. At the left on right matchup, and Green tries to throw that breaking ball. Can't get it in there for a strike. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Strohmeyer, a redshirt freshman, 6'3", 210 from Dubuque, Iowa, and he plays at the University of Iowa. Here's the 1-0. That's going to miss low, and Dustin's going to go out and try to settle down the right-hander. Well, I'll tell you, Mark Corbin's got the best seat in the house, in my opinion. I love sitting just up a little bit and back off the field where you can see just about everything. And we had our photographer, one of our team photographers, we got Corbin Senden and Quinn Besnow, and she got a really good shot of a recent ball game from right where Mark's sitting up there through that foul pole. Really cool. I put it on the photo gallery on the website. So next pitch is going to be high and away, and it's 3-0. If you didn't know, our website has got all kinds of interesting things to keep up with the Chinooks. We'll have a photo gallery from every ball game, and also nearly all the community service events we're involved with. We post a photo gallery, and Quinn Besna is an absolute wizard with the camera, and we post a lot of pictures from all the ball games. That pitch is in there, 3-1. There's a Chinook of the Week, and our Chinook of the Week this week is Frankie Golko. He was the winning pitcher in that 1-0 win at Mat-Su last week. So he's Chinook of the Week number 3. That pitch just a tick low, not by much. Back-to-back walks here to lead off the second inning, issued by John Green. And here's your 9-hitter, Ryan Richard. He's the second baseman. And Ryan Richard, 5'10", 190. He's from Lafayette, Louisiana, Baton Rouge Community College product, and I guess it's Richard. He's perhaps Cajun. He's going to show bunt, pull back, ball 1. So Ryan Richard the 9-hitter for the first time today. And wouldn't be surprised if you do bunt here. Normally, you got the corners creeping here. Middle infielders are staying back for the double play. The 1-0 count, he's going to show bunt again, pull back again. It's 2-0. Well, you know what? When you get in these situations as a coach, you start issuing not the bunt, but the fake bunt. Just square around until you get a strike. Because if the pitcher's not going to oblige, you'll take another walk if he's going to give it to you. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch, and there's ball 3. So probably going to see more squaring around until Mr. Green can start pumping some strikes in there. Some guys struggle with when batters square around. It's a different visual for them on the mound. And right now, John having a little bit of trouble finding the zone. 2 walks, and now he's down 3-0 to the 9-hitter, Ryan Richard. Here's the pitch. No square around here, and that's high for ball 4. So the bases are loaded, and that's walk number 4 for John Green. And that was going to be my next comment is might have Kyle Peets come out and make a visit, and out he comes. Kyle Peets' parents and his grandparents are in town. Got to meet them last night at our post-game meal. What a treat it was for them to be here in Alaska, and just a treat for me to meet them. And I know they're real proud of Kyle. They should be. He's doing a great job with our pitching staff, and a lot of cool things ahead for Kyle Peets as a coach. Takes great interest in each young man, in not only while they're pitching, but after they pitch, he'll go through their pitching charts, talk about how they felt, some of the approaches they had with different hitters, and just talk through their strengths and weaknesses, try to maximize their time here in Alaska. So Mr. Umpire's out there in the middle of that prayer meeting. I'm waiting for him to break it up. And finally, Kyle's spoken his piece to John Green. Bases full of minors, nobody out in the 2nd inning. Well, now it's Drake Kerr, the leadoff hitter. He reached on an error in the 1st inning, stole 2nd, and was wild pitched over to third base, and eventually would score on an RBI single by Brandon Duran. First pitch from John. In there for a strike. 0-1. Well, now you do have some activity. I think it looks like maybe Gavin Alvetti down there starting to get his body ready to go. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Well, we got a nice gathering of people. I hear the clap here. So got on a rainy, soggy Sunday early start here, the people have trickled into the ballpark. Pop-up, right field, playable, I think. Sam Kwapnowski's got room. He makes the play. Everybody, well, the 2nd and 3rd runners are going to tag and get to their next base, so it's 2-0 Miners. Sac fly by Drake Kerr, and that's a productive at-bat for Kerr. And it'll move Vaughn home with the 2nd run. It'll move Strohmeyer to 3rd, and Richard will hold his ground at first base. So now 1st and 3rd, 1 out. All kinds of things you can do here. Safety squeeze not out of the equation here for the 2-hitter Dom Patrizzi. Patrizzi struck out swinging his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. Next pitch, ground ball, right side. This is a tough play, and boy, Zulaika got the ball, and he threw wildly over to Jaffe. So that's going to be a fielder's choice and an error on Louis. So Patrizzi will reach on the 4-5 fielder's choice, and Kerr will go to 2nd on the fielder's choice. He'll go to 3rd on the E4. So there's another error for the Chinooks. Boy, that defense has really been a little bit suspect here in the last couple of ball games. And so you got 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. I'm sorry, there's 1 out. There is one out? Yeah, the fly ball. Okay, so first pitch fouled off. And it's 0-1 on the 3-hitter, Kyle McCausland. McCausland grounded out to third base his first time up. So, again, key spot here, you're already down 3-0. Pitch is in there, and it's 0-2. John Green the set. Now you bring your infield all the way in. And a little looper into right. That's going to score 2 runs. 5-0 Miners. That's going all the way into the gap. And it's a 2 RBI double for Kyle McCausland. And the Miners have jumped up early here. 5-0. Well, you had one miscue in this sequence, but you also had, 3 free passes, and all 3 of them have come around a score. So 4 runs in the inning, and it's 5-0. You still only got 1 out in the inning, and Alvetti's starting to get hot down in that bullpen. Well, what you don't want to do here is dig yourself too big of a hole. This is kind of what happened yesterday, a little more gradually against the Pilots. First pitch, check swing, called a strike. Christian Perez walked his first time up. John Green the set. Next pitch, that's going to miss high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Perez on the summer, 267 for the Miners. 1 double, 5 driven in. The Miners as a club hitting 204. That's about what the Chinooks are hitting. Ground ball, first base side, and that's going to bounce foul. Well, it's a jacket day for the base coaches on a little soggy Sunday. The Miners coaches both have, the first base coach has got the hoodie on. Actually, it's a jacket, a zip-up jacket, green, that matches their uniform, and the third base coach got that long-sleeve pullover on. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. That sails high. Long-sleeve pullover on. So it's 2-2. Still 1 away here in the second inning. Miners have put 4 on the board in this inning. Pretty well hit ball. That's in the center field. And, boy, you held up. And they're going to hold him at third. If you get a good read on the base runner there, he's going to score easily. But fortunately for the Chinooks, McCausland, he delayed because he wasn't quite sure that was going to be down. Perez he gets the second hit of the inning. And now it's first and third again, 1 out. The 8th batter of the inning, and that will be all for John Green. Here comes Tim Cole out to the mound. And we'll take a bit of a break. And I believe we're going to have Gavin Alvetti come into this game, but we'll let you know for sure in just a minute. All right, the new pitcher is Gavin Alvetti. We'll give you some information on him momentarily. First and third with one out. We are still in the second inning. The Miners, whoa, big swing and a miss right there by Brandon Duran, the DH. He had an RBI single his first time up. And Gavin Alvetti misses there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Alvetti, 6 foot 180, a sophomore from the University of Central Arkansas. He is from Searcy, Arkansas. Next pitch. That ball's hammered to left, and that's a whoa, they called it foul. Minor dugout thought it was fair. I thought it was fair, and it evidently was foul. Third base coach isn't putting up any kind of fuss there. He was trying to sell it to the umpire, but evidently curved just foul. And everybody goes back. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. DH Brandon Duran is the 8th batter of the inning here. And the first batter that Gavin Alvetti will face after relieving John Green. Ground is short. This could be 2, 6 and 4, and not going to make the throw. So that'll be a fielder's choice, 6-4. It will be an RBI for Duran, as Perez is out 6-4 at second base. Coming home to score is McCausland. And now it's the 9th batter of the inning, Chase Wilcox. Wilcox finished the first inning with a line out to center field. So he's 0 for 1 in this game, and he'll bat for the second time. First pitch is way inside, ball 1. Alvetti is sophomore at the University of Central Arkansas. There goes the runner. You throw it down, and I think he got him, and he did. What a nice throw and a nice tag by Louis Zuleika. Gunning him down is catcher Dustin Eisenagel. That'll go 2-4 in the caught stealing, and that'll end the Miners' second. But, boy, the Miners put up 5 runs on 2 hits. Boy, the big thing there was the leadoff 3 walks in a row. All 3 of them come around to score. The new score after an inning and a half, it's Matsu 6 and the Chinooks 0. All right, for the Chinooks, first time through the lineup, Oliver Dagenhart. Boy, you got some work to do here. You're down 6-0, and you're only in the second inning. Tapper at the plate. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Dagenhart for the very first time. And Tucker Timmerman had a long wait in that dugout. The Miners batted her. Well, they didn't. They didn't quite bat around. They had the 9th batter at the plate when Duran got thrown out by Eisenagel stealing. Next pitch fouled off to the right side, and that'll stay down by the bullpen area. Somebody's going to get that ball. And there's a minor running down there on the first base side. That's fine. They're ready to go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tucker Timmerman, swing and a miss. Got him to chase one. And that'll be strikeout number 2 for Timmerman. And that'll bring up Keaton Laidley for the first time.
Now batting for the Chinooks, number 23, Keaton Laidley.
6 runs on 3 hits, is that right? That's not a good ratio there. Yeah, 6 runs for the Miners on just 3 hits. And boy, the walks really hurt John Green today. Boy, up the middle, sound like a broken bat. You field it by Patrici, you throw to first, and an infield single for Keaton Laidley. That'll be the second hit of the ball game for the Chinooks. And they've gotten their share of infield singles here last couple of games. There's another one for Keaton Laidley. 1 on, 1 out for Sam Kwapnowski.
Batting for your Chinooks, number 22, Sam Kwapnowski.
So we're at the 8th position in the Chinook lineup. And big right-hander Tucker Timmerman. Big lead for Timmerman in the second inning. 6-0 Miners. Kick in the pitch. Breaking ball. Just misses, not by much. Pretty good spot there. Called the ball. Chinooks have given some free passes today, and they've defensively had a couple of miscues. Kerr, first play of the game, reached on an errant throw by Oliver Dagenhart, and then Louis Zuleika had a runner dead to rights at third and couldn't quite make the throw, and that allowed him to be safe. Fastball away. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, you still got a lot of baseball here ahead of you in a 9-inning ball game. And not unlike yesterday, you got to start chipping away somewhere. There's a foul ball, well hit, but well fouled, right into the Chinook bullpen. And somebody's tearing after that thing. Orion Medeiros, he was on his horse, hustling down to the bullpen, and he ended up giving that ball away to somebody. Flipped it over the fence. 2-1 pitch. And there's a chopper that goes off the foot of Sam Kwapnowski. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 aboard. Miners trying to get win number 8, bring their record to an even 500. The Chinooks 5-9 coming into today's ball game. Chinooks have lost a couple in a row. And I guess those are both to the Pilots. Their last win was against this minor club in Matsu. 1-0 victory up at Palmer. Strike 3 called, fastball right down the middle. Kind of froze Sam after a couple of breaking balls. And there's 2 outs. That's 3 strikeouts for Timmerman. And now it's the 9-hitter Dustin Eisenagel. He'll step in for the first time. 2 outs. Laidley at first. And an infield single to get on with 1 out. Dustin Eisenagel, 5'7", 180, a junior from Messiah College, and catcher blocked that, and you got catcher on catcher there. Eisenagel, his counterpart. And here comes Jim Reynolds out there with his flip-flops. Not sure that's proper baseball attire, but we'll cut him some slack with a broken hand. The umpires for today's game, behind the plate, Darryl Cooper from San Angelo, Texas. First base umpire, Luis Alvarado from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Third base umpire, Pario Rivero from Barquisimeto, Venezuela. Don't know if I said that right, but we tried to get it as close as we could. Here's the 0-1. There goes the runner. You throw it down, and safe at second base. Keaton Laidley with a nice stolen base there.
And that stolen base brought to you by the Painting Shack, putting a new shine and smile on your old house.
So now the Chinooks with a runner at second. And, boy, you'd love to see them pick a run up here. Dustin Eisenagel has had a good start to the summer, and offensively, I think he's leading the club. 333, he's 3 for 9. He's got one driven in. You'd love to see him get number 2 right here. Next pitch. Fouls that one straight back. 1-2.
And that Chinook foul ball sponsored by AFL-CIO Labor's Local 341.
Okay, Mark Corbin's, he's parked right on that line. He gave me a definitive opinion on that foul ball. He said it was 2 feet foul. So we don't have the great angle here on the left side of the press box. So those balls down the third base line, maybe a little bit better in right field, but not too much. Chopper foul by Dustin Eisenagel, and he'll stay alive with a 1-2 count. Well, the clouds have done nothing but thicken up here, as now we can't even see the top of Bear Mountain. Yeah, it's just one of those soggy days. Thankfully, it's warm. We're in the low 60s. The next pitch. Strike 3 called. He painted the outside corner. He struck out the side. That's 4 for the game for Tucker Timmerman, the freshman from Nebraska. And the Chinooks, no runs on 1 hit. They leave 1 runner on base. And we're headed to the inning number 3. Your score, Matsu 6 and Chugiaki River 0. Next pitch is fouled off, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. At the plate, Chase Wilcox, the only minor that didn't have an official at bat in the second inning. He brought 8 guys to the plate in plating 5 runs, the 1-1. Off the plate, and it's 2 balls and a strike. So Wilcox, his second at bat of the ball game, lined out to center back in the first inning. 2-1 pitch. Well hit to left field, but should be playable here. And making the catch is Keaton Laidley. And there's 1 away in the third inning. So F7 if you're scoring at the house. And now it's Logan Vaughn for the second time. He drew a walk back in the second inning.
26, Logan Vaughn.
And just like yesterday in that pilot game, when the Pilots were given an opportunity, they took full advantage. Well, the Miners were recipients of 3 free passes in the bottom of the second, or top of the second, and all 3 of them came around to score in what would be a 5-run inning. And we have a 6-0 score. First pitch just misses for ball 1. Gavin Alvetti on the mound. There's a solid fastball down the middle. Third inning here in Chugiak, Alaska. Dr. John Groth with you. Jonathan Thomas keeping our stats. Tim Bartow over my shoulder making sure I'm doing everything right. In our last night, our last afternoon in the saddle here. I think he'll be sitting in this chair pretty soon, right? He's nodding his head yes, so that would be as soon as Tuesday. Next pitch way inside, almost got him, 3-1. So it'll be these same Miners coming right back to Lee Jordan on a Tuesday evening, 6 o'clock start for that one. And then the Oilers, a doubleheader on Wednesday. That'll be a 4 o'clock double dip, 2 7s against the Peninsula Oilers. 3-1 pitch off the plate. And there's a free pass for the second time in the ball game to Logan Vaughn. That's Alvetti's first walk, but 5 walks for Chinook pitching here in this ball game. And with 1 out, Kellen Strohmeyer, the right fielder, steps in. He walked his first time up. As Galvin Alvetti going from the stretch. First pitch. Boy, he's not getting that pitch. That's a pretty good spot. He's got to get that pitch right there to be effective. The umpire just hasn't quite warmed to it yet. Ball's got a little tailing life to it away from the lefties. Had to come in with that one, and he fouled it off for strike 1. Strohmeyer, 138 on the summer. Does have a couple of doubles and 1 RBI. And Gavin having a little trouble himself finding the zone consistently as that ball's running way away from those lefties. He's got that good 3/4 arm slot, and we have a couple of guys go down to the bullpen here. There goes the runner. You fouled it off. Might have been a hit and run. 2-1 is a great count to hit and run because you're probably going to get something around the plate. And the hit and run was on, and Strohmeyer just fouled it off. So back to first goes Vaughn. Now it's 2-2. Well, I don't know. It looks like maybe just got somebody getting their body ready down there. Nobody on the mound pitching. So, yeah, that's Brady Groves. And Brady's not a pitcher, so he may be just getting some side work in with his arm. It looks like he's doing some arm care stuff down there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The set, the pitch. Hammered left field, and it's going to stay up long enough for Laidley to come in and make a sliding catch, 2 outs. Put a star by that one. That's an L7 and a really nice play by Keaton Laidley. With the grass a little wet, it makes it a little easier for those outfielders to actually slide on the grass. And here's the 9-hitter, Ryan Richard. He walked his first time up. So 7, 8, and 9 all walked in the second inning, and they all came around to score. And first pitch, Dustin Eisenachel's mask is sideways. And it's a 1-0 count on Richard. Alvetti still trying to find his footing out there. He's had some really effective outings for the Nooks this summer. Still trying to find a rhythm. The 1-0. Missed low, and you can tell he's kind of fighting himself out there. Not quite comfortable. He's fallen behind a lot of minor hitters since coming in. Next pitch, swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Alvetti the set, the pitch, and that's going to be fouled off, and we're even 2-2. Well, Deuces Wild on the board here with Logan Vaughn, the catcher, at first. Well, we got a school bus out there. They're here for the game. Sponsor, all right. Line Drive, what's today's sponsor? Reliant Transportation, there you go. That's why that bus is here. All right. Well, thanks for your sponsorship, Reliant. And somebody's sitting in that bus watching the game. They got the good vantage point right over the right field fence. Just missed on a ball. I don't know that I could have taken that with 2 strikes. And Richard gets the call. It's a full count. Runner will be moving with the pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Got him. First strikeout for Gavin Alvetti. And let's see, that's just a second strikeout in the ball game for Chinook pitching. No runs on no hits. You leave 1 runner on. And we are through 2.5 innings. It's still 6-0 Miners. Cade Smith to lead it off for the Chinooks here. Bottom of the 3rd, they got a little work to do. Tucker Timmerman has been pretty solid. Drops a breaking ball right over the outside corner, strike 1. Well, you hope that Gavin Alvetti starts finding his footing and got that final strikeout, and that pitch misses. It's 1-1. Alvetti now 26 pitches in the game. That ball misses inside. Two balls and a strike. We're at the top of the Chinook lineup. Cade Smith for the second time. Ground ball foul. He got a base hit his first time up, so he's 1 for 1. Well, if you haven't checked in, check in, and love to hear from where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning here at Chugiak at Lee Jordan Field. Well hit ball at 3rd. You drop it, pick it up, throw across. Still got time to get Smith for out number 1. So Wilcox knocked it down. The ball was pretty well hit, and he had plenty of time because it was hit sharply. And there's 1 up and 1 down in the Chinook 3rd inning. Here's Jaden Hill for the second time. Flew out to center. Jaden is 0 for 1 today.
Jaden Hill.
Jaden Hill on the summer, 267. A double, actually 3 doubles, a triple, and 4 driven in. That ball's high and deep to right, but not deep enough. Strohmeyer under it makes the grab, 2 outs. Well, it got up quickly, but just kind of faded. Thought it might go a little deeper. We got the heavy air today with that moisture and no wind at all. The other night we were playing out here, that wind was blowing straight out to center field. Today, flags are hanging very limply in center field. Here's Jordan Jaffe for the second time. He reached on an error by the pitcher last time up. Foul ball, out of play.
And that Chinook foul ball sponsored by Carlson Law Group.
1 ball, 1 strike. Chinooks trying to battle from behind today. A 5-run second inning has really given the Miners some comfort level here in the early going. And solid breaking ball catches the outside half. 1-2. Well, you've got a cluster of Chinooks in that bullpen. Nobody's playing catch yet. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. That'll be strikeout number 5. First one of the inning for Timmerman.
No hits, no runs, no
and it's a 0 on the board for the Nooks. We are through 3 complete here at Lee Jordan Field, and it's 6-0 Miners. And welcome back to Chugiak, Alaska. Dr. John Groth with you on the call. A.K. Jonathan Thomas to my left, doing all the stats. First pitch up the middle, base hit. And 1 pitch and 1 base runner. The Miners, this is Drake Kerr for the 3rd time. 1B8 on the first pitch of the inning, and now it's Dom Patrizzi. Patrizzi, well, let's see here. Base hit his last time up, so he's 1 for 2. Struck out swinging in the first inning, so Patrizzi 1 for 2 today. As the Miners get right back after it, already lead 6-0. Gavin Alvetti on the mound for the Nooks. Pop-up should be caught. Who's going to call it? It's going to be Dagenhart at short. Makes the catch. 1 out. So Alvetti right now 28 pitches. And stepping in is the 3-hitter, Kyle McCausland.
For the Miners, number 30, Kyle McCausland.
McCausland, a 2 RBI double to right field his last time up. And, boy, you throw it over there. That ball gets away and down to second. That's going to be an E1 on Alvetti. And over to second base is going to go Kerr. Well, you just can't be giving free bases away in a game that's, well, any game for that matter, but when you're down 6 runs, really got to make the Miners earn stuff. That pitch is right down the middle. And 0-1 to the Miner left fielder, Kyle McCausland. Gavin the set, Gavin the pitch. Chopper to short. Oliver's got to hurry, catch, and can't make the play. That's an infield single. Nothing to do about that. There's nothing you can do on that play. That's a 1B6. Over to third base goes Kerr. And the Miners looking to add on here. Already lead 6-0. So McCausland at first base. Here's the first baseman, Christian Perez. And Perez, 267 on the summer, 1 double, 5 driven in. He'll step in from the left side. He's 1 for 1 officially, a walk and a single. First pitch swinging, fouls it off. First base side over toward the Miner dugout. Well, it's trying to clear up a little bit, but I'm not sure we're going to actually see Mr. Sun. Well, we might. It's a little brighter now than it was when we started this game. Alvetti the set and the pitch. Runner moving, throw, and you fake it, and now you throw it to third base. So it'll be a stolen base for McCausland. And the Miners keep the pressure on the Chinooks. Now you're going to have to bring those infielders in again. And that creates holes all over the place. No balls, 2 strikes. Need a good pitch right here from Gavin Alvetti. Here's the pitch. Just off the plate. Not by much. Alvetti came on in the 2nd inning. We're playing here in the 4th. One ball, 2 strikes. Love a strikeout here would be just what the doctor ordered. Line drive into left. That's going to be 2 runs. And, boy, the Miners are just finding holes and getting key hits when they need them. Christian Perez, good piece of hitting with 2 strikes. He laced that ball right down the third base line by Jaffe. No shot to make any play there. That's a double. 2B7. And it's 2 RBIs for Perez. He's now 2 for 2 on the day. And the Miners now lead it 8-0. Well, and there's still only 1 out. And again,
for the Miners, number 35, Brendan Duran.
As we talked about this yesterday, we do have a run rule in the ABL, so you're going to turn this 9-inning game into a 7-inning game. And we'll have no problem getting to our flight then. we're headed back down to Xenia, Ohio today, getting on the Big Bird, and we're a little concerned about making our flight, but if this game's a 7, there's not going to be any problem with that. Hopefully Chinooks can get some offense going. 0-2 the count. Gavin the pitch. Fouled off left side. And we'll do it again. Well, they only got 7 on the scoreboard. I'm not sure why that is. It's 8, isn't it? Yeah. Alvetti the set and the pitch. Pop up right side. That's going to get out of play. And we'll stay at an 0-2 count. Foul ball. Yep. Well, let's just see what Jonathan's got on our line score here. As the Miners have started putting some hits on the board. 8 runs on 7 hits for Matsu. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Nicely done there by Gavin Alvetti. That'll be strikeout number 2 for Alvetti. 3 in the ballgame for Nook pitching. And now Chase Wilcox strides to the plate. He's 0 for 2. A liner to center. Fly ball to left.
27, Chase Wilcox.
Wilcox steps in. Runner at second, 2 outs. Boy, the more times you can leave guys on the bases, the better. Catches the outside corner, strike 1. We were not getting that pitch earlier. And now you get the call on that first pitch, which you'll take every time. Gavin checks the runner. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball to short. Dagenhart fields it. Throws it across, and there's your inning. 6-3 if you're scoring at the house.
As we head to the bottom of the
And
third game,
Matsu, another couple of runs. 2 runs on 3 hits. The big blow, a 2-run double by Christian Perez. We got a new score as we go to the bottom of inning number 4. It's Matsu 8. And the Chinooks 0.
See their booth right here.
Luis Zuleika will step in for the Chinooks, and the Sun trying to make an appearance here. First pitch in there, strike 1. Tucker Timmerman, that was pitch number 37 as we play here in the 4th inning. Zuleika struck out his first time up, so he's 0 for 1 today. Up the middle, tough play here. You got to hurry. Patrizzi fields and throws, got him. Nicely done by the Miners shortstop. And there's 1 up and 1 down. Jacob Hayes will step in with 1 out. He popped up to shallow right field on a play by Ryan Richard at second base. So Jacob 0 for 1 today. First pitch in there, strike 1. We're right in the middle of that Chinook lineup. And, boy, don't you know the sun is really trying here. We got a thick cloud deck. Pop up right side toward the bullpen area and drop the ball. Right fielder Kellen Strohmeyer had a beat on that thing. Had to navigate where the bullpen mounds are, and it just popped right out of his glove. So Jacob Hayes is going to get another crack at it here with an 0-2 count. There's not a lot of foul territory in this ballpark anywhere. Down at Mulcahy, there's a bunch of foul territory and even more at Matsu. But here at Lee Jordan, those fences kind of angle back toward the foul poles after they get past the dugouts. Next pitch is going to miss inside, 1-2. Playing in the bottom of the 4th inning here in Chugiak, Alaska. Ground ball, right side, left side, and nice running play over there by Chase Wilcox, 2 outs. Wilcox had to range way to his left. Thought it was going to get through the 6 hole, but Wilcox with good range over there makes the play, and there's 2 outs. Now it's Oliver Dagenhart. Dagenhart struck out swinging his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. First pitch to Ollie is in there for a strike. Dagenhart 212 on the summer. Chinooks 206 as a team. Line drive into left field. That's trouble. That's going to be extra bases. Dagenhart will hit first base, and he'll get to second base easily with a stand-up double.
And that Chinook extra base hit brought to you by
So
Chippo's, the place to
Chinooks strike with 2 outs here. And now it'll be up to Keaton Laidley to try to drive in Dagenhart with the Chinooks' first run of the game. They trail 8-0. Miners scored 1 run in the first inning, 5 runs in the second inning, a 0 in the third, and they just put 2 more up in their half of the fourth inning. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Chinooks still trying to get a run across here with 2 outs. Keaton Laidley got an infield single his first time up. He's 1 for 1. First pitch, ground ball, well hit this short. Patrizzi up with it, throws across. There's your inning. 6-3 if you're scoring at the house. 3 ground balls in the fourth inning, coupled in with a 2-out double by Dagenhart, and it's a 0 on the board for the Chinooks. No runs on 1 hit. You leave 1 guy on. And we're through 4 complete here in Chugiak at Lee Jordan Field. Miners in full control, 8-0. All right, the Chinooks have gone to the bullpen, and they brought in Brady Groves as the sun trying to poke through here at Chugiak on a Sunday afternoon. Nooks trail 8-0 as we turn the corner, or try to turn the corner on the second half of this ball game. Brady Groves, 6 foot 195, a right-handed freshman from Oberlin College, Youngsville, North Carolina native.
Logan Vaughn.
So Logan Vaughn will step in for the Miners. The catcher has walked twice. He does not have an official at bat yet. First pitch in there for a strike. And let's just see. I think these are Brady Groves' first pitches of the summer for the Chinooks. Quickly 0-2 on Logan Vaughn. Brady's been an outfielder, and this will be his first appearance on the mound. The 0-2. Tapper to second, and boy, tough play here. And nicely done. Louis Zuleika threw a bullet over there to Jacob Hayes. He almost got handcuffed. Jacob made a nice play on the throw. And there's 1 out. 4-3 if you're scoring at the house. Kellen Strohmeyer, 0 for 1. He walked and scored in the second. And last time up, hit a liner to left field, and that ball hit Strohmeyer. And so down to first will he go with 1 out. Strohmeyer still 0 for 1 as he hit the ball on a nice sliding catch by Laidley his last time up. So he's at first 1 out. Now he's the 9-hitter. Second baseman Ryan Richard, 0 for 1. He walked and scored in the second inning. And last time up, struck out swinging. Fastball misses high. So Brady Groves getting his first mound work of the summer. From the set. Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're at the 9 position in the minor lineup. Miners lead this one 8-0. And that 5-run inning really changed, obviously, the complexion of this game. 2-1 now on Richard. 8 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Matsu. No runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for the Chinooks. And that error bug continuing to plague the Chinook club. And you put that together with, well, let's see, 5 walks, and we're still in the 5th inning. Pop up left side. This is going to get out of play. It's trying to clear up here. What was a soggy Sunday is turning out to be a nicer day than, and people are still trickling in. This is typical Chugiak Eagle River Chinook baseball. 4th inning and the folks just wandering in. And there's ball 4. So a hit batter and a walk has put 2 aboard, and this has been part of the issue here. That'll be the first walk issued by Brady Groves. And that'll be walk number 6 for Chinook pitchers.
Number 9, Drake Kerr.
Top of the lineup, Drake Kerr, 4th time through. And Drake Kerr 1 for 3 today. Reached on an error, flew out to right, base hit to center. Pretty good spot, called a ball. Well, you'd take a double play ball right here. That would end the inning. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, perfectly spotted by Brady Groves. And we're even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Brady the set, Brady the pitch. Almost got, oh, they're saying it got him, boy. It must have barely grazed his jersey. And Mr. Umpire all over that. So 2 hit batters and a walk have loaded the bases. Boy, this is eerily reminiscent of the 2nd inning, where you issued 3 free passes to load the bases. This time it's been 2 hit batters and a walk. You do have 1 out, so you're 1 pitch away. Patrizzi steps in, leading the league in RBI going into today's game. First pitch fouled off. Don Patrizzi is 1 for 3 today. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Just missed low and away. Brady now going from the full windup. Well, it looks like Shane Steffen is getting his body loose down there in case he's needed as a pitcher. Fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shane was at a wedding yesterday, so good to see him back in uniform. 1-2 pitch. Big curveball and fouled out of play. Well, you know what? We can see Bear Mountain again, Jonathan. There was a while where we had clouds like that out in right center, Bear Mountain out there behind the trees, and then it was socked in, and now it's not. So trying to clear up. A little change of pace right there by Brady Groves. Definitely delayed his leg kick before he came to the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Bases full of Miners. They're trying to add to an 8-0 lead. Fastball misses high and tight. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, if the Miners score a couple of runs here and do take a 10-run lead, it's incumbent upon the Chinooks to score to play 9 innings. Otherwise, it turns into a 7. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Run rule is after 7 innings of complete baseball. So Boy, you need to just try to limit the damage here. Boy, if you can get a double play ball here, that would go a long way to help the cause. That's drilled into left field, and that's down. One run's coming home. The second run's being sent home, and now it is 10-0. So a solid single by Patrizzi. He gets 2 RBI and adds to his league-leading RBI lead. I think he's got 12 now on the summer. And the Miners are piling it on here. And, you know, it's not that single that hurts you. It's the walk and the hit batter in front of it. And so now Chase Wilcox with 2 on and still only 1 out. The pitch, and Brady Groves did not come to a discernible pause, so it's a balk. Both runners will move up a base. So now you got second and third and 1 out. And so it's a no pitch there. With 1 out. And now Brady Groves steps off. What's the... Mr. Umpire, what was that? Okay. Full wind up for Brady. Pop up center field, shallow. Hill coming in and makes the catch. The runner will not tag. Here comes the throw. And all the way to the plate, Dustin knocked it down. And there's your second out of the inning. So McCausland just missed that one, pops it to center and shallow enough to where Jaden Hill can get it in quick enough to keep that run from scoring. Now Christian Perez. Perez 2 for 2 with 2 driven in. He walked, singled to center, doubled down the left field line. And now here it is, Mr. Sunshine. Fly ball center, this should do it. Jaden Hill will have an easier time on this one. He'll make the grab for out number 3. So that'll do it, but the Miners get 2 more runs on just 1 hit. The big hit, a Don Patrizzi single, 2 RBI single, and we're heading to the bottom of the 5th. We're halfway home. Miners 10, Chinooks 0. Sam Kwapnowski ground ball to first base on the second pitch he saw. And there's 1 out here in this Chinook 5th. That'll go 3-1 if you're scoring at the house. Now it's Dustin Eisenagel stepping in for the second time. Took a 3rd strike his first time up. Dustin 0 for 1. And boy, Tucker Timmerman is just rolling right along here. 45 pitches to start the inning. And I thought it got him. I thought I heard a little tick there, but Mr. Umpire didn't hear it. And it's ball 1, high and tight. 10-0 Miners. Well, if you're Tucker Timmerman, you just fill it up right here. Swing and a miss. The 1-0 changeup had Dustin way out in front. As we now have some full sunshine here at Lee Jordan Field. Fly ball, shallow left field. This could be trouble. And running over and making the catch in foul territory is the left fielder, Kyle McCausland. 2 outs. So 2 outs here in the 5th. Top of the lineup, Cade Smith. 1 for 2 today for Smith. And Chinooks.
Coming to the plate for your Chinooks, number 25, Cade Smith.
Trying to extend the game here. If the Miners can hold on to the 10-run advantage, this game will be a 7-inning affair. And so you need to try to get something going here. At least give yourself a couple more cracks at a big inning. Miners had their big inning in the 2nd inning, a 5-run 2nd inning. But you know what? They've been able to add on 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th. So even without that crooked number in the 2nd inning, it's still a comfortable 5-0 lead. But the 5-run 2nd really opened things up. 1-1 pitch. Smith drives it into right field, and he'll have his 2nd hit of the night, or afternoon, I should say. 2-out single, and that's the other thing that has, the last couple of games, the Chinooks, their offense has been produced with 2 outs.
Number 15, Jaden Hill.
And they've been able to get a hit here and a hit there. Have not been able to string those hits together. Now it's Jaden Hill. Fly ball to center, a fly ball to right for Jaden Hill. First pitch, big breaking ball, misses, ball 1. Timmerman, 53 pitches now as we play in the 5th inning. That's very efficient. And now with a 10-run lead, you can just kind of come right at these Chinook hitters. Next pitch, check, swing, called a strike. Jaden looks back at Mr. Umpire and asks whether it was called or swinging. And I'm not sure what the answer was. Sometimes the umpire will give us a little bit of a twirly bird with his right hand to say it was a swing. Hard hit ball. Patrizzi steps on 2nd. And there's your inning. Boy, that ball was barreled up by probably the hardest hit ball Jaden's hit today. But an easy play, 6U, will end the inning. And we are through 5 complete here at Lee Jordan on a day that's getting nicer by the minute. The sun's starting to come out, but the Chinooks need some offense. It's 10-0 Miners.
This is for a free.
Brady Groves back on the mound for the Nooks. First pitch is outside, ball 1. For the Miners, this is Brandon Duran.
Batting for the Miners, number 8.
Okay, this is a pinch hitter. Next pitch swung on and missed. And it's Riker Shao. Riker Shao is the pinch hitter. So Shao now.
At the plate for the Miners, Riker Shao.
2-1 count on the pinch hitter Shao. First at bat. That's a little looper into right. That's trouble, and it's down. And that's going to go all the way past the bullpen for a double. Boy, Shao comes off the bench and kind of puts the bat on the ball, and he'll get a double out of it. And everything going the Miners' way today. Went down and got a pretty good pitch from Brady, and just did not really barrel that thing up, just kind of barrel hooked it. Well, not really, but the other way for a double. So leadoff double will bring up Chase Wilcox. And Wilcox 0 for 3 today. Yeah, it is Wilcox.
Miners, number 27, Chase Wilcox.
So you might see some of these minor reserve players that didn't start today being entered, but this is Wilcox for the 4th time. Ground ball, well hit. Good gracious, that was barely foul. That could have been close. All it's got to do is, if it hits fair and goes over the corner of that bag, it's a fair ball. Mr. Umpire quickly called it foul. I thought it might have been fair. But we'll go back with a 1-1 count. Chase Wilcox, liner to center, fly ball to left, grounder to short. Big breaking ball just misses, not by much. 1-1. 10-0. The Miners. Brady Groves came on in the 5th inning. We're playing on here in the 6th. In their first strike. Ten runs on 9 hits for the Miners. No runs on just 4 hits for the Chinooks. Next pitch. Grounder the other way, and boy, Jaffe catches it, throws across, and he'll fake the throw. That'll be an infield single. Jordan Jaffe, somehow, that had extra bases written all over it. I thought it was a double, and Jaffe will keep it in the infield. So you got first and second after 2 hits. And here's Logan Vaughn. Logan Vaughn, 2 walks and a grounder to second. He's 0 for 1. And Brady Groves chewing up some innings for the Nooks here on the mound. Well hit to center, but Jaden Hill got a beat on it. He'll catch it and rifle it in. And there's 1 out in the inning. So that'll bring up the right fielder, Kellen Strohmeyer. Strohmeyer on the day, walk, lined out to left, got hit by a pitch his last time up. And there's the first flyer of the day, officially, wherever it is. Well hit ball into right, base hit. Runner is going to be held at third. As good job by Sam Kwapnowski to get that ball in quickly. And the bases are full of Miners here with 1 out. You got Duran at third. Not Duran. It was
number 20.
All right, so we got another pinch hitter here. And it'll be number 20. That is Nick Bisaccia. The pinch hitter is Nick Bisaccia.
Batting for the Miners, Nick Bisaccia.
So Bisaccia will get his first plate appearance of the day. And we've seen Mr. Bisaccia in a previous game. And he'll step in with bases full of Miners. First pitch misses. For ball 1. So as we thought, the Miners getting some other guys in this game. The 1-0. Time called by somebody. Well, I'm not sure. And Tim Cole's going to go out and have a chat. I'm not sure what we're looking at here. Well, he's in the full windup, and so I don't know what you're looking for. He's saying there. Okay, he may not have recognized. Yeah, we'll see here. He's going to go ahead and chat. You don't see this often on a balk call. The only thing that you can get on a full windup is sometimes the pitcher will flinch or double clutch before he starts. And we're going to have a chat between these umpires. We'll see if they bring this back or not. And if they didn't see anything differently, it's going to stand. It's kind of like the old replay on the video. If it's not definitive by any of these other umpires, they're not going to overturn what he's already said. All right, they are going to pull it back. And now they're going to have to talk to Tyler LeBrun. And in a 10-0 game, he's not going to have a whole lot to worry about here. Normally, if this was a tight game, you might have a little bit of dispute by the coaches. But I think Mr. Umpire may not have realized that Brady had actually gone to the full windup. And so glad they got it right. And so we're back at baseball with Bisaccia at the plate, and the bases full of minors and 1 out. Line drive into center. That's going to get down. A run's going to score. The second runner will be held. 11-0 Miners. RBI single for pinch hitter Nick Bisaccia. Everybody else moves up 90 feet.
Now batting for the Miners, number 9, Drake Kerr.
Drake Kerr will step in for the 5th time today. First pitch swinging, fouled it off. And it's 0-1 on the leadoff hitter for the Miners. 11-0 our score. Base is still full of Miners, the 0-1. Good job by Dustin Eisenagel to block that pitch. Saved a run. Nobody in that bullpen. And, boy, Brady Groves coming into this inning. Let's see. 36 pitches right now. Popped out of play. So he's extending the outing here. And if the Nooks can't generate any offense this game, we're getting down to the latter part of the game. It'll turn into a 7. Breaking pitch, just got a piece of it. Stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, we'll try to keep this roster available in case the Miners come back to their bench. And grounder, this could be 2, and you throw it to first, and you get an out. So another run comes home on the fielder's choice, or the ground out rather. 4-3. Kerr will get an RBI on that as Wilcox comes home to score. Strohmeyer to third base, and Bisaccia gets to second base. Here's the shortstop, Dom Patrizzi. First pitch catches a corner, strike 1. 2 RBI single last time up. Was a big hit in that 5th inning. It's now 12-0 Miners. And we haven't, this is the first time this summer that the Nooks have really had this kind of lopsided loss. And certainly we still got some baseball to play here, but Miners just seem to be adding on every inning here. And he got Tucker Timmerman sitting in that dugout watching his team roll up the lead. Timmerman sitting on 56 pitches. Ground ball, and this should do it. Jaffe throws it across. There's your inning. All right, 5-3 if you're scoring at the house, but the Miners get 2 more runs. And it's now 12-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Back in just a minute. 3, 4, and 5 for the Chinooks. Boy, you got a big deficit here to overcome. You got a new pitcher for the Miners, big right-hander, Aiden Dolinsky, 6'5", 240, a right-handed junior from NYU, New York native. Full windup for the big right-hander. Fly ball, right field, curving foul, and boy, this time a great catch out there by Strohmeyer. He had that exact play earlier in this game, and he dropped it. Not that time. Put a star by that one. F09, little web gem for Kellen Strohmeyer in right field. Now it's Shane Steffen for the first time. So Shane Steffen took over defensively for Louis Zuleika. Now he'll get his first plate appearance of the afternoon. First pitch just misses, ball 1. So Timmerman finishes with 56 pitches in 5 innings of work. He had innings of 11, 13, 12, 9, and 11. That's pretty good work for a starting pitcher. And he put zeros up for 5 innings straight against the Chinook offense. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. Well hit to right, gets through, and Steffen with his first hit of the afternoon. That might be his first hit of the summer. And the Chinooks got a runner on. And now it is Jacob Hayes striding to the plate. Fly ball to the second baseman in shallow right, and a grounder to third. Jacob 0 for 2. And that hit, I think, just the 5th of the afternoon for the Chinooks. And as the sun comes out, those numbers are fading on the scoreboard. They're harder to see. First pitch just misses the bit low. And it's 1-0 on the Chinook first baseman. Well, next pitch. Fly ball center field. This is catchable here as Kerr underneath it makes the grab, 2 outs. That'll go F8 if you're scoring at the house. Well, a shout out to Colonel Ted McGovern and to Tim Cole, who unied up in my honor. I loved to wear the uniform when I was coaching here. Coached third base, and those guys wore the unis today because this is my last day, so I appreciate that. Old Double Nichols, the Colonel, down at first base, and Tim Cole, I think, is 18 down at third base, so they like to wear just the pullovers when they're coaching the bases. But not today. They unied up for me, so I appreciate that. First pitch misses. It's one, or was it a strike? All right, so it is 0-1 on Oliver Degenhart. Here's the pitch. And fouled off to the right side. 0-2.
Sponsored by Les Bailey Associates Realty, Lance Davis,
Jaffe
and Nanny Palmer.
Hit a ball way in the bullpen that Strohmeyer made a web gem on for the first at bat of the inning. Shane Steffen knocked a base hit into right. Hayes flew out to center. And 0-2 now on Degenhart. Little looper into right center. That's trouble, and that is caught. Good speed. Strohmeyer runs that thing down. F9 if you're scoring at the house. No runs on 1 hit. You leave 1 guy on. We're through 6 innings. It's still 12-0.
Today's game brought to you by
Kyle McCausland will lead it off for the Miners. They lead 12-0. Brady Groves back on the mound. 45 pitches for Brady, the right-hander out of Youngsville, North Carolina. Oberlin College. First pitch misses, ball 1. Miners brought 7 batters to the plate in the 6th inning. Boy, just missed. Pretty good spot there. Mr. Umpire wants to, someone needs to remind him we're not getting paid by the hour. 2-0 pitch, chopper, tough play here. And Brady will try to barehand it, and that's an infield single. I don't think anyone had a shot at making a play there. That'll be officially 1B1 as Brady actually touched the ball. Even if he plants and throws there, he is not going to get McCausland. He gets down the line pretty well. So here's Christian Perez for the 5th time today. Perez got 2 base hits. He's 2 for 3. A couple of RBIs on a double in the 4th for Perez. And that was actually, at that time, a big hit. Kind of opened things up even more for the Miners. They had a 6-0 lead, and that his RBI double made it an 8-0 game. And Brady Groves falls behind here, 2-0. Nobody thrown in that bullpen, so if you don't score any runs, this would be the last inning that need to get covered for the Chinooks, as it would be a run rule shortened 7-inning affair. That's going to be in there for a strike. And so in that sense, Brady doing a great service to the bullpen by chewing up some innings. He came on in the 5th inning. Oh, he's given the Chinooks working on 3 innings now, and easily his longest, or his first outing of the year, but one of the longer ones for a relief pitcher for the Chinooks. He'll rifle the ball over to first base. McCausland, very little lead over there. Yeah, they're going to play it station to station here. That ball's off the plate. Full count. "12 runs, 13 hits for the Miners. No runs, 5 hits for the Chinooks. Swing and a miss. Got him. So strikeout for Brady Groves. And let's see. That's his first strikeout of the day.
At the Chinook Shack right now.
Chinooks, 4 strikeouts in this game on the mound. Stepping in now is Riker Shaw.
And batting for the Miners, number 8, Riker Shaw.
Big curveball misses, ball 1. Well, the sun has come out. We still got some lower clouds blocking the top of Old Bear Mountain there. But turning out to be a really nice Sunday afternoon here at Lee Jordan Field. Grounder up the middle. This could be 2. You flip it. No, you don't. You go across to get 1, and you got him. Boy, bang, bang play over there. I thought they had a chance to maybe flip it over there for 2, but it'll be a 6-3 ground out. Over to second goes McCausland with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Chase Wilcox. So Wilcox steps in for his 5th at bat, and he's 1 for 4. And we'll see if they got a pinch hitter here, or if it is Wilcox.
Batting for the Miners, number 27, Chase Wilcox.
Wilcox back in there. First pitch is going to miss for ball 1. Groves the set and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Job there. Looked like a changeup. 1-1. 2 outs, top of 7. And it's almost time to stretch it out at Lee Jordan. The 1-1. Liner into left. That's going to fall in for a single. Runner will be held. And a 2-out single for Chase Wilcox. That's his 2nd hit of the day. Kind of went the other way. Good piece of hitting there. And that'll bring up the catcher, Logan Vaughn. And Vaughn on the day. A walk, actually 2 walks. Grounder to second, F8. So 0 for 2 officially for the catcher for the Miners.
Batting for the Miners, number 26, Logan Vaughn.
First and third, 2 outs. Grounder foul, and you do have another pitcher for the Miners. It looks like they're going to bring one more guy in and try to finish this thing up. As Logan Vaughn behind 0-1. Brady the pitch. Fouled the other way, and it's 0-2. Well, the Chinooks haven't had a 0 on the scoreboard since the third inning. So it's been 1-5-0, 2-2-2. The pitch. Strike 3 called. Got him looking. Nice job there by Brady Groves. And what a nice job he did of eating up some innings for the Chinook pitching staff. You put a 0 on the board for the first time since the third inning. And time to stretch it out at the ballpark. 12-0 Miners.
Scott Strickland, Kurt Metters, and Jeff Hinckley follow along as we present Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Ladies and gentlemen, grab your red tickets. We're going to give away one more goodie bag from Reliant Transportation. The winning ticket number is 317-2289. 317-2289. Once again, 317-2289. If you've got that number, just head over to the Reliant Transportation tent here on the grounds and get your goodie bag. New pitcher for the Miners, Nico Tomasino. Plate for the Chinooks, number 23, Keaton Lately.
Keaton Lately will lead it off. Keaton Lately, excuse me. New pitcher is Nico Tomasello for the Miners. He'll try to finish this thing off in 7 innings. 12-0 lead. First pitch is in there, strike 1. Keaton 1 for 2, an infield single to go with a ground ball to short. Full wind up for Tomasello. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Well, the Chinooks have not been able to string together any kind of offense in this one. And the Miners have took full advantage as that ball comes back and hits the fence right by our camera here. Gives us the earthquake effect for a moment. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. Top or bottom of 7, excuse me. As the Miners try to finish this game in short order, and there's strikeout number 1 for Tomasello. And there's 1 out in the Chinooks 7th inning. Unofficially 6 strikeouts for Miner pitching. Here is Sam Kwapnowski.
Chinooks, number 22, Sam Kwapnowski.
Sam Kwapnowski has struck out and grounded out to first base. Takes a ball low, ball 1. Next pitch in there for a strike. 12-14-1 for the Miners. The Chinooks 0-5-3. Swing and a miss. As the Chinooks really early in this game gave too many free passes, and some key hits by the Miners took full advantage. Ball well low. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Big right-hander, Nico Tomasello, 6'5", 215. Out of San Diego State, San Diego, California native. Swing and a miss. And back-to-back punch-outs for Tomasello. And there's 2 away in the 7th. 9-hitter is Dustin Eisenagel. As Tomasello trying to make short work of the Chinooks in the 7th inning. Fastball away. 1 ball, no strikes. Dustin 0 for 2. Strikeout looking. Pop up to left field. Just the 3rd time through the lineup for the Chinooks. Just off the plate. And it's 2-0. Now we'll give you the wrap up here and let you know what's next. The Miners, I think, are going to head down to Anchorage tomorrow and play the Pilots. The Nooks are off tomorrow, and then they'll play the Miners right back here at Lee Jordan on Tuesday. Pitch is in there, and it's 3 balls and a strike. Nick Tomasello trying to finish this thing off. Swing and a miss by Dustin Eisenagel, and it's full count. Chinooks down to their last strike here in a 12-0 ball game, bottom of 7. The pitch. Ground ball left side and knocked down by the 3rd baseman. He picks it up, and he'll eat that one. So it's an infield single for Eisenagel. He's 1 for 3. So there is still hope. Here's Cade Smith. Leadoff hitter. Cade is 2 for 3 today. So that hit was hit number 6 for the Nooks. Cade's got 2 of those 6 hits in that leadoff spot. Base hit to center. Ground out to 3rd. Base hit to right. And there's a wild pitch that Eisenagel, well, I think they called a balk on that, so it'll save him a wild pitch in the stats. So Eisenagel gets balked to 2nd. And it's a no pitch. Well, that's the other thing, that I guess it saves a pitch off the pitcher. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. Well, actually, that was the first pitch, I guess, wasn't it? So now it's 1-0. Was that a strike? Okay. The 0-1. Ground ball right side. This should do it. And you flip it to Tomasello, and there's your ball game. That's going to go 3-1. And the Miners are going to win this game in a run rule 12-0. 12 runs, 14 hits, 1 error. And the Chinooks, no runs on 6 hits. They commit 3 errors in this one. And let's go back and wrap this one up and get you on your way here. Chinooks will drop to 5-10 on the year, and the Miners will reach that 500 mark at 8-8. And that's 2 in a row now for the Miners. For the Chinooks, they've now lost 3 in a row. And let's go back and recap this one for you briefly. And in the very first inning, the Miners would score a run on an RBI single by Brandon Duran, the DH, after Drake Kerr had reached on an error in the first play of this ball game. It was 1-0 Miners. The big inning in this game that really changed the whole tone of it was the 2nd inning. And 3 walks to lead the inning off, all ended up scoring. A fly ball to right, a single to 2nd base, a 2-run double by McCausland, and a single by Perez. It was a 5-run 2nd inning for the Miners. It was 6-0 after 2 innings. The Chinooks could not generate any kind of consistent offense in this one. And 3rd inning, nobody scored, but in the 4th, the Miners would put 2 more runs on the board on a 2 RBI double the other way by first baseman Christian Perez. at that point, it was 8-0. In the 5th inning, they would score 2 more runs on a 2 RBI single by Dom Patrizzi, and it was 10-0. And they would cap it off with a 2-run 6th inning RBI single for Nick Bisaccia, the pinch hitter, and a ground out by Dre Kerr, scoring the final run of the ball game. Final line score: Miners 12 runs, 14 hits, 1 error, and the Chinooks no runs, 6 hits, and 3 errors. Let's walk you through the box score here, give you some offensive stars of the game, and give you some pitching numbers as we wrap this one up on a Sunday afternoon. For the Mat-Su Miners, their leadoff hitter was Drake Kerr, and he was 1 for 4. Patrizzi in the 2 spot had a nice game, 2 for 5, couple of RBIs for Patrizzi. He's leading the ABL in RBIs. And McCausland goes 3 for 5 in the 3 hole. He had a nice ball game. Perez in the cleanup spot. He's a 2 for 4 hitter today. And he also had a big 2-run double in that 4th inning. And so, boy, the top part of this lineup really produced for the Miners. You also had Wilcox in the 6 hole go 2 for 5 today. And so he had 2 hits in his last 2 plate appearances for the Miners. So those are your offensive stars for the Miners. On the offensive side for the Chinooks, boy, your leadoff hitter, Cade Smith, 2 for 4 day. And Shane Steffen stepped off the bench and got a base hit for the Chinooks. Dagenhart 1 for 3. And Lately was 1 for 3 today. And old Dustin Eisenagel kept his record right at his batting average right at .333 as he goes 1 for 3 today. So those are your offensive stars of the game on both sides of the ledger. On the pitching side, let's tell you what happened on the Chinooks. John Green started this game for Chugiak Eagle River. He went 1 1/3 innings, 4 hits given up, 6 runs. 4 of those 6 were earned. He walked 4 batters and struck out 1. He faced 13 Miners and threw a total of 49 pitches. Had some command issues early, and the Miners really took advantage of some hit batters and some walks. And then John Green turned it over to Galvin Alvetti. Gavin went 2 2/3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. He walked 1 batter, struck out 2 Miners, faced 11 hitters, and threw 41 pitches. And then what a job Brady Groves did of chewing up 3 innings for the Chinook staff. 7 hits, 4 runs, all 4 were earned. He walked 1, struck out 2. He faced 19 batters and threw a total of 62 pitches. So, let's see here. Chinooks only actually walked 6 batters today. So, boy, you got to tip your cap to the offense of the Miners. They ended up clubbing out 14 hits today in a 12-0 win. The pitching on the Miners side, another shutout pitched at the Chinooks here. I think that's back-to-back games, if I'm remembering. It was 7-0 in yesterday's game against the Pilots as the Chinooks are signing autographs out in front of their dugout as they do every ball game. For the Miner pitchers, your starting pitcher was Tucker Timmerman. He goes 5 complete, 4 hits, no runs, no walks, and 5 strikeouts. He faced 20 Chinook batters through 56 pitches in an efficient 5-inning outing. He'll get the win today, so Timmerman will go 2-0 on the young season here. The losing pitcher will be John Green, and John Green will drop to 0-1 for the Chinooks. No save in order here for any of the pitchers for the Miners. The second pitcher for Mat-Su was Aiden Dolinsky. He went 1 complete inning, gave up 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and no strikeouts. He faced 4 batters and threw a total of 10 pitches. Then it was Nico Tomasello pitching the 7th inning. 1 inning pitched, 1 hit, no runs, no walks. He struck out 2 Chinooks, faced 4 batters, and threw a total of 17 pitches. And so that will wrap up today's ball game. It's a 12-0 win for the Mat-Su Miners, evening their record at 8-8 on the season. And for the Chinooks, it drops them to a 5-10 record on the season. And the Chinooks will have tomorrow off, and then they'll be right back at action here at Lee Jordan on Tuesday, a 6 o'clock start against this same Miner club. The Miners will travel down to Anchorage tomorrow and play a away game, 6 o'clock start against the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. So that will wrap things up for a Sunday afternoon. And I do appreciate greatly the pregame ceremony that was in honor of my wife Kitty and I. We've enjoyed our 12 years here, and a lot of great people have made our experiences just amazing, including Gary and Jeannie Rainey and Pastor Brad Root at the Crossing. Chris Beck and Danielle, what a big part of the Chinook experience they were all throughout the years. And, of course, Tim Bartow and Chris, his wife, amazing. Dave Stroh's walking in behind me, as is Tim Bartow, and signing off here the last time for a 12-year stint in Chugiak. So it's been my honor and my pleasure to be the head coach for 10 of these years, and for the last 2 to be the online voice of the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. So thanks for all of you who have given us some shout-outs over the last couple of years and today. Mark Corbin, always good to see you on the hill, my friend. And for one last time, this is Dr. John Gross saying thanks be to God who gives us the victory through Jesus Christ our Lord. Well, we don't know when the next time will be, but when that is, we'll look forward to it. Until then, so long, everybody.